I deserve that. I just got done in the yard and I'm extremely tired and I haven't had dinner yet. Anywho's, I just got some funny news. Well, it's not really funny, but funny news about Plex and security. Stay tuned. Okay, so because I haven't made a lot of videos in a very long time, I have not been able to cover and go over my personal frustrations with Plex, but I do have it on the docket to do a video about said frustrations, but we got to talk about something that's a bit more urgent. So before I waste more of your precious minutes in the intro of a YouTube video, if you're watching this video, you probably know what Plex is. You probably use it, hopefully. If not, it's a self-hosting media server. It's what I used to recommend. I've since pretty much kind of jumped to Jellyfin, though I still run my Plex server in parallel on the same system. Basically, Plex had a bit of a security oopsie, where a portion of their database that logs or contains a bunch of user account information was compromised. They don't know to what extent. They say they believe it's limited. There's a lot. So initially, I first was made aware of this by a Reddit post, and I don't really even do Reddit that often, but I still have notifications on in case there's like breaking posts, you know, whatever. And this was one of them where I saw, oh boy, on r/Plex, and I had to pretty much go see what this was all about. So let's zoom this in, right? Okay, the email, which I also did receive, and if you are a Plex user, I would highly recommend you go and check for it too. But it starts off by saying, "Dear Plex user, we have recently experienced a security incident that may potentially involve your Plex account information. We believe the actual impact of this incident is limited. However, action is required from you to ensure your account remains secure." What had happened was an unauthorized third-party access to a limited subset of customer data from one of our databases. While we quickly contained the incident, information that was accessed, including emails, usernames, and securely hashed passwords. Any account information that may have been accessed were securely hashed in accordance with best practices, meaning that they cannot be read by any third party. Out of an abundance of caution, we recommend you immediately reset your password by visiting https://plex.tv/reset. Rest assured that we do not store credit card data on our servers, so this information was not compromised in this incident. What we're doing is, we've already addressed the method that this third party used to gain access to the system, and we're undergoing additional reviews to ensure that the security of all of our systems is further hardened to prevent future attacks. What you must do is, we kindly request that you reset your Plex account password immediately. I almost had a seizure there, or a stroke. Plex account password immediately by visiting the same link that we spoke about earlier. When doing so, there's a checkbox to signed out connected devices after password change, which we recommend you enable. This will sign you out of all of your devices, including any Plex media server that you own, for your security. And you will then need to sign back in with your new password. We understand that this means a little more work for you, but it will provide additional security for your account. Additional security measures you can take. Oh, again, I'm having a stroke. Additional security measures that you can take. We remind you that no one at Plex will ever reach out to you over email to ask for a password or credit card number for payments. The back end there is cut off, but I do have mine's pulled up. Reach out to you over email to ask for a password or credit card number for payments. For further account protection, we also recommend enabling two-factor authentication on your Plex account if you haven't already done so. Lastly, we sincerely apologize for any inconvenience this situation may cause you. We take pride in our security systems, which helped us quickly detect this incident, and we want to assure you that we are working swiftly. Not Swifty. She's getting married and her last name may change soon. To prevent potential future incidents from occurring. For step-by-step instructions on how to reset your password, visit a link that we don't really get to read out. So, funny voiceover. Now, to be fully frank and to be very honest, not the biggest deal. Security breaches happen, and if they are being accurate about catching it early and stopping it, and that it was only a portion of one of their servers, excuse me, then it's not that big of a deal. It will happen again. It'll probably happen to Plex again. It'll probably happen to other companies, other platforms, and etc. This is why password protection and security is a big factor. Do not reuse passwords. Use a password manager. I would recommend Bitwarden. You can also use a KeyPass too. Highly recommend doing like a self-hosted server if you're into that. If not, the cloud hosted by other people's, or like Bitwarden, for example, their platform, their storage, not the best, but it's fine for you. Context is not the best because if you are hosting your password stuff or hosting anything on someone else's equipment, if that person or entity's hosting gets compromised, then same situation. At the same time, though, maybe it's better that they host it than perhaps you. You may not be too fond of the idea of trying to manage your own network security to protect any of your self-hosted systems and services. Anyway, Plex has been going through some difficult times, to say the least. I don't know what their earnings and their profits and their margins look like, but I do know they have made payment changes, cost changes, subscription changes, but more importantly, they've been laying off a lot of staff. A lot. And look, I am not oblivious to the idea that running an organization, a company, a business, etc., is not an easy task, ever. And again, when it comes to Plex, I don't know their margins. I don't know if we do have one of those situations where some of the tippy top individuals are just funneling a bunch of money and basically cutting staff so they themselves don't have to take a pay cut. I don't know. So I'm not going to assume, I'm not going to lambast Plex like I've lambasted other companies on our hit podcast, Essence is in After Dark, which you can go back and listen to and or watch seasons 1, 2, and 3, with season 3's long lost episode coming sometime this year. Stay tuned. Ranting about other companies that have done that. It is a bit of a... Okay, thank you. I'm not sure how I'm gonna edit that to be coherent.
That's the neat thing. You don't.
But I have lambasted other companies for doing said egregious things before. And this time would be no different if I had actual credible knowledge if that was the case. But that is the situation, so. If you use Plex, I'm curious, are you still like behind them 100%? Have you been looking for other options? Do you want to see potential videos about setting up your own media server so you can host your own content? We can do videos on Plex, we can do videos on Jellyfin, we can just do things like Samba. Samba is, whatever, we don't have to cover that here. Do let me know in the comments down below, and like if you use Plex, go and check your emails and see if you got this message. But yeah, this is the video you're gonna get next after the Google site loading debacle, instead of the video that I wanted to do today and have out by Wednesday, which was the piggyback off of that video. which I'm glad a lot of people seem to have been enjoying or interested in the topic. There was one comment specifically that I really did like, and I'm probably going to do a video about it specifically because it was such a banger of a comment. Found it. And the user has the Clippy profile. So I know they know what's up because I know what's up. And shout out to Louis Rossman of Louis Rossman Repair Group. Anyway, so user Mr. Fixit 7484 took me a minute to decipher that. I thought it was like Mixiplex from like DC. Anyway, and I quote, "If you can't repair that phone, you don't own it. You will own nothing and be happy." And let me tell you, Mr. Fixit, I say that every day at work to some coworkers about various different topics, and yeah, we're gonna do a video about that soon. Hopefully, actually, I have plans over the weekend and on Thursday. I'm gonna go see the new Kietsu no Yaiba movie. Anywho, that's gonna do it for me. Again, go check your accounts if you use Plex. If you were affected and you use that same password on other platforms, please go check out those little platforms. Be proactive. Again, don't use the same passwords on other sites. You know what? Okay, I'm rambling. I'll see you in the next video, but until then, as always, take care, drink water, and change the passwords from time to time. Take care.
Live it up, live it up, live it up.